Mungu twaomba ulinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tujibize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu zote tuimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu. Jumuiya yetu Uganda, I'm honored to stand before you and deliver this brief on your behalf at the conclusion of this 4-day workshop. Sir, first of all, we are very appreciative to the Inspector General of Police for having given us this opportunity to be part of this training. But above all, we are also very grateful to the Uganda Human Rights Commission for organizing, funding, and above all, providing very knowledgeable and experienced facilitators. I wouldn't like to relay whatever went through all, but the few key can draw from this training. Very important is the fact that human rights cannot exist anywhere but in a functioning state, of which Uganda Police Force is at the center as a key duty bearer. In seeing democracy like ours, Uganda, where elections are held and people strive as much as possible to adhere to the rule of law, Uganda Police Force as a law enforcement agency finds itself at the center of all this. And therefore, a training like this tools us to perform our duties even. Secondly, we discussed the issues of ethics and integrity. And we found that most of the things that happen or that the public sees rotates around the fact that sometimes we fail to adhere to the code of conduct as established by the Uganda Police Force. And sometimes we also fail to respect the dignity of the persons we deal with. And this is where our challenges usually arises. Of interest is that we learned that you cannot defend a right you don't know. If you don't know any right, you're prone to two things. One, you either become a violator, or secondly, you become a victim. And by tooling us the way you have done, you're helping us. I think colleagues, the lawyers will help me. Is it section 4 of the penal code which says ignorance of the law cannot afford you that defense? You are tooling us to be knowledgeable law enforcers who can protect others, but most of all also protect ourselves. We therefore pledge as our cardinal duty as law enforcement officials that we shall protect, observe, and respect human rights. Lastly, our chief guest, I would like to be like here and please, sir, we may need some more training. This is just 80 personnel here, but there are many others there who need, besides the message we shall relay to them, to be also able to hear from. But As the saying goes, that a well must be cleared from time to time, or else it will be clogged with mud. We commit to educate our students, but above all to be available for any further training. I thank you for listening.
Ask this afternoon is very simple. It's to actually read remarks that were supposed to be read by the chairperson. But because we have multiple engagements going on today, and as you very well, a Uganda where democracy must thrive. We are closing not just a training, but a commitment to a Uganda where every vote should and must count. A Uganda where the rights of every citizen are and should be respected, protected, and fulfilled. Distinguished participants, I want to thank each of you, officers of the Uganda Police Force, for being present, for being focused, and for being engaged. The other day when I was here, I saw, and I've also been hearing over the last few days, that you just did not only attend, you participated, you shared, you questioned, you challenged, and hopefully you also grew. Did you grow? You did. Very good. So over the last few days, you've done more than sit through the different sessions. You have built a future where our police force stands firm as a guardian of human rights. A future where elections are peaceful, credible, and inclusive. This training was not a mere formality. It was a mission. And today, I think I can stand proud to say that it's mission accomplished. I hope you now better understand that your role in elections is not just about order. It's about justice. It's not just about crowd control. It's about trust. And it is not just about enforcement. It's about enforcement with dignity. Distinguished officers, we're already in a defining season. The 2026 general elections are fast approaching. Emotions will rise, pressure will mount, but let your professionalism continue to shine just like it has always done. Let your discipline lead. Let your integrity speak louder than the noise. Always know that the public is watching, and the public is always a good arbiter. The country is counting on you. Your actions can inspire confidence, or they can actually breed fear. You can create calm, or you can actually provoke chaos. You can uphold the law, or you can actually choose to break it. So the choice is yours, and that choice carries a lot of weight. So remember that every citizen, no matter their political belief, deserves to participate in an electoral process without fear. They deserve to speak without intimidation. They have a right to assemble peacefully, and these are not just privileges. They are actually human rights. So, distinguished participants, the Commission has listened to your concerns, and we understand the unique challenges you face. We know that many of you sometimes cannot vote because of deployment during elections. That is a painful irony. To protect the vote, yet you yourself cannot cast your vote. We hear you, and we are working tirelessly to collectively find solutions to some of the challenges that confront your work. You too deserve to participate in choosing the leaders you serve under. So as we leave here today, let these 3 words guide your next steps: impartiality, professionalism, and accountability. So wear them like your uniform. Uphold them like your oath, and deliver them like your duty. Let this training not end with applause. Let it live on in action. Let it echo in every checkpoint, in every patrol, in every deployment. Carry the lessons from here into the field and apply them in real time. Ladies and gentlemen, I must also say that human rights are not optional. They are not seasonal, and they are not theoretical. They are the bedrock of democracy. Without them, there is no peace, there is no justice, and legitimacy is very difficult to get. We look forward to strengthening our partnership with you, with the Electoral Commission, with the judiciary, with all the institutions that believe in a Uganda that works for everyone. On our part, as the Uganda Human Rights Commission, we commit to push forward the resolutions that you have helped to shape from this particular training. Together, we will seek change where it is needed, from the highest levels of the police command to the polling stations across the nation. This is not the end, it's the beginning of something greater. Greater understanding, greater responsibility, and greater service. You are not just officers, you are nation builders. You are peacekeepers. But most importantly, you are defenders of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Now, there is some people amidst us, the media, this message far and wide, that the Uganda police force that you're with here today is ready to protect the vote and the voter. That's an important message for you, the media, to convey to the public. Let every citizen watching know that the Uganda Human Rights Commission is watching too. And I must say this, that the Uganda Human Rights Commission is actually not neutral. Do you hear me? The Uganda Human Rights Commission is not neutral. And let nobody lie to you that the Uganda Human Rights Commission is neutral. No. We are on the side of the law. We are on the side of human rights. And most importantly, we actually vote on the side of the country called Uganda. And because of that, we will not waver in any way, we will not retreat, but also we will not keep silent. So, we are not neutral. we stand on the side of human rights. Marks a bold step forward, a step toward a future where elections are not feared, but rather trusted. Not tense, but rather hopeful. Not violent, but dignified. Let us be the difference this country so badly needs. I am optimistic that together we can build a Uganda where elections are a celebration and not a confrontation, where the ballot is stronger than the bullet, where the police uniform continues to symbolize safety, not fear. Let this be your legacy. I want to thank you for your time, your discipline, and your commitment. And now, in the name of peace, justice, and the Republic of Uganda, I declare this critical engagement between the Uganda Human Rights Commission and the Uganda Police Force officially closed.
Especially in the area of capacity building. This partnership is as old as the Commission, because by the time the Commission started working, around 2006, 2007, 1996, 1997, yeah. 1996, 97. I was there, and we immediately started working together. I remember as early as 1998, we started developing a training manual for the police, and by 2000, it was incorporated in the police training curriculum. And since then, we have continued updating it. 2009, we updated it. Even right now, we're updating the one that is existing. When the chairpersons, Margaret Sekaja, and her commissioners, Aliro Mala, Father Waligo, Madame Wangadia, up to the times of Chairman Medica Gwa, and now Madame Wangadia, the partnership is solid and cordial. We've not really had clashing moments. We would like you to take our thanks to Chairperson Miriam Wangadia for dropping the blame game. You know, at one time, your reports would classify every year who is the leading agency in abusing human rights. And for all the years, I think about 24 years or so, police was the leading. Did we drop at one time? And somebody took over from us. I think we are the leading violators for a long time, but not because maybe not because we are the leading violators, but because we are so many and we are widespread. For us, we are in every sub-county where other agencies may not reach. So, and we are the first symbol of the state. You know this flag here. The first symbol of the state that the people see in their village is the police. And therefore, most of the omissions of the state would be tied to us. In my village, in Masaka, I've even never seen a revenue officer, URA officer. Do you see them? Do you have them in your villages? No, because they're only at Busia. But in my village, at least, I've never seen a police officer. But also, because of the continued partnership and trainings, we have improved a lot. So the human rights violations have dropped within the police, because All of the officers you see here, when they are going through their now training, they have come across human rights. But even those who were not able to go back to the training schools, we have gone there with the Haji Kamadi, with Rosemary, with Dora Kabuye the other time before she retired. So we are with Dr. Andaula. So we have reached most of our officers and they know. And we have seen some change. We are also grateful that you continue to advocate for our issues, human rights issues that affect the police through your continued annual human rights reports to Parliament. And I've always seen when you are asking Parliament to increase our salaries, to look at our welfare. I've also read several research papers, thematic ones, on the welfare of the state, which in one way or another have actually ended up influencing policy on improving our welfare. But particularly, we thank you for this training. It came in handy because elections are near, and we thought we knew everything, but we have realized that we have learned a lot, and this training is going to help these officers to handle the election situations better. Towards the end of the training yesterday, most of the phones of the participants vibrated. And I can assure you, there was only one lady who I was not smiling yesterday, but I hear today she has smiled. So we thank you for both giving us knowledge over and what. What is the other one?
Organized by the Uganda Criminal Commission to the police officers. The intention was that the Uganda Human Rights Commission recognizes the role of the police in securing an election. Knowing that the election is a process, right from the roadmap, nominations, campaigns, and then the real voting, and even after voting, keeping peace. So the police had to be trained on how to handle all these processes and be reminded of their roles to keep law and order during the electoral process, to keep security, and to be told where their limits are so that they don't exceed where their limits are. And we targeted the middle commanders of different departments of the police: CID, crime intelligence, uniform, community affairs, or political commissariat, human rights and legal services, all those training officers, so that even when they go back to their regions, because we picked from all regions of the country, so that when they go back to their regions, they can pass on this information to their subordinates. So we think that the skills that we have received from the Uganda Human Rights Commission and from facilitators from the Electoral Commission will help police officers to play their role during the electoral process. Education is a part of our occupational hazards because elections is a charged period. People are charged, and some emotions are high. Some people's lives are at stake because people have invested. So somehow there will be so many instances where temperatures go high. The police has been reminded of their powers, and they have been reminded of where their power stops, the limitation of the. So we don't expect. We have prepared them on how to react to provocation, and how to cool down tempers. Also employing the proactive strategy, not only reactive. So we think that we shall see. We cannot determine how many cases of provocation will be there, but we expect that the reactions to the provocation will be more civilized and will be handled within the confines of the law. So we just expect, our hope is that throughout the process, police conduct will be reasonably, managed, and officers will know what to do and where to stop.
Your name once again?
My name is Senior Commissioner of Police, Dr. Kamia John. I head the Department of Curriculum and Doctrine in the Training Directorate, and I was here representing the Inspector General of Police.
Thank you.